I went to take my daughter to get another bulb for her snake cage, her ball python. She has an albino ball python. I don't think I ever shared that. It's white with um, yellow spots on it and orange eyes. It's really pretty, but I don't listen. I'll do this, but I ain't putting it fully in my hand. Anywho, so I wanted to come and talk about being a parent. Being a parent is very complicated, and children, adult children, young children, children that don't understand the complications and the levels of understanding that it takes to be a parent need to understand that, yes, it does change. It does change because just like you go and you start from kindergarten to elementary, the way you interacted with friends in kindergarten is not going to be the same way you act with friends in 6th grade, not going to be the same way you interact with kids in the 10th grade, and so on and so forth. And I'm saying this as a child, adolescent, a young adult, a kid that just don't understand parenting. Now, you do have some parents that are whacked out and cuckoo. I'm sorry, you do. And what I'll say to this is that as a parent for the young, I'm going to go on both sides of the spectrum. And the reason why is because when I'm mentoring these young ladies that go through things with parents and don't understand why, you know, a sibling was treated different or why things happen differently in a relationship with their parent than it did with their siblings. Remember this. We are all separate individuals with different identities and different likes and dislikes, right? And I say this to say this because as a parent, when I was married, we made it our mission. He's no longer here now. He passed away. We made it our mission to date our children, not just take them on a date like he and I take all of them and we do things. No, he would take the girls. If something, I feel like something is on my eye. He would take the girls and he would date them individually. I would take the girls and I would date them individually. They are individuals. It does not matter if they have the same parents. It does not matter if they were identical twins. They are unique individuals. From the fingerprint to the way their DNA is set up, they are different individuals. And we must understand that as a parent, and we must understand that as a child growing up in a household with other kids. We are all separate individuals. So your parent cannot parent you exactly how they parent your sibling. Your parent cannot love on you exactly how they love on your sibling. Some siblings like to be touched and want to cuddle up on mommy and be all under mommy and daddy. Some siblings do not. That's where I talk about it, and people, you know, it's a thing now. But that love language thing been out for some time, and even before that they existed. They just weren't a title like this is a love language, right? So with that being said, you are created a certain way because of you act and respond a certain way because of your DNA, and God created you unique for a reason, right? So you're not going to love the same. You're not going to feel the same. Like some of my daughters like movies. Some of them don't like movies. They don't like going to the movie theater. Some like reading books. Some you get what I'm saying? Their entertainment and what makes them happy and what makes them smile has to be cultivated through your interaction with them. And that is the same when I worked in the school system, having to evaluate children with IEPs and trying to figure out why this child is being labeled as a issue or a problem in the classroom. It's because all children don't learn the same. Some kids need to be stimulated in a certain way. They need to touch, they need to feel. Some need to move, they need to act, they need to be active with their full bodies. So with that being said, it's no different in the home. You are still individuals and humans that go out and live these lives and be in the school and be, you know, and have these interactions. So parents cannot parent you the same. Some children, you could give them a look and they like, oh, okay, mommy said don't, you know. Then some children, you might have to reach out and touch them and give them a shake. Then some you might have to give them a spank. You know what I'm saying? A spank, not a beating, not abuse. You know, like the, you know, when they little, stop it, you know. But then you have some that when they get a certain age, they want to test you. So you have to know your boundaries as a parent. You have to know your boundaries as a kid. And you have to know that give your parent grace. We are not perfect. Yes, I am going to be a different parent than I was with my first, than I was with my the final, my baby girl. And I think that's with any parent, because guess what? We learn more things. And even though we learn more things, it still may be things that we may have not encountered with the first child that we encounter with the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, depending on how many you got, that will be new to you. But it gives you an idea of how to interact. It gives you an idea of how to, hold on one second. Yeah, so we got to give them grace. And I used to think like that when I was young. Well, why does, mommy or daddy do this to this one, but they didn't do this to that one? We all are different. We have to realize we all are different. We have to respect that we all are different. Now, if everything went the same and say, oh, because you are all my children, I'm going to give you, you're going to eat the same thing. You're going to sleep at the same time. You're going to be loved the same way. Like if you want things, it's a difference between things being fair and things being versus equal. It's called fair because you can't treat all your children equal. Because if that's the case, if you're in high school, you're in 11th, 12th grade, and you got a little kindergartner, sister or brother, then if they go to bed at 7:30, you need to go to bed at 7:30 too. Let's just keep everything equal. Everybody does the same thing. Everything is equal. Equal and fairness is two different things. Two totally different things. So you have to be mindful that, okay, yeah, I am a different individual. If that was the case, all of the kids coming from the same parents will have the same careers. They'll think the same. They'll date the same. They'll make the same mistakes. Don't I sound silly saying that? But that's how a lot of children want things to be. That's how children see, meaning like everything has to be the same with each one of you. And that is not how it works, because each of you are a different entity, a different individual, a different being, different creation, mindsets, thought process, and likes and dislikes. Understand that. That way you can give a little grace to your parent. And if you feel like even in your situation, maybe that what you're looking for is not even being cultivated by your parent, talk to your parent. Express that with boundaries and respect. It's like respect went out the window, and it was the seniority of a adult to a child. And with this, I would say the way the world is now, it's like the parent is the one that's supposed to make sure that they pay attention to. We talking about children that are not babies or not kids. They are so razzled on getting respect that they feel like they can say and do anything, and they still have to be respected for their thoughts and their feelings. It is a difference. Even as an adult, you cannot just go around talking to other adults any old kind of way and expecting them to listen to you. So as a kid, you should realize that there's boundaries to the way that you speak to your parent. There's boundaries to the way that you receive what it is that you deserve according to what you put out there. So just realize that. I don't know why, but that's something I needed to say, because I've talked to a couple different parents and they have been having issues with the kids feeling like they're treating their siblings better or doing more, or whatever the case may be. You might have a sibling who needs more attention because of their mental. They can have a disability, they can have a handicap, they can have something going on with them, and they need more from that parent. It's not the parent's fault that God, blessed them with a unique baby, but they have to tend to that baby to give that baby love. And maybe you are able to do more on your own than that baby can. So just think about it. Give grace to your siblings, give grace to the situation, give grace to your parents, and talk. Tell people how you feel. I talked about it in my other video. Talk, express your feelings, express what's going on in your brain, and let it be known within respect. Respect is due a dog. So I don't know why in this new age and time, it's like, oh, because she ain't respecting me, I ain't respecting her. That's not how it works. Meaning, like, you can't feel with a source of assertiveness and demanding and aggression with like a disrespectful connotation and tone to be able to have somebody receive you and then give you respect that you feel you deserve when you're not even approachable with the type of respect that you are asking for. That's what I mean. Didn't want this to be that long, but yeah, just this is for the youngins. Auntie wanted to come and talk to you, because that's what we call aunties, right? Auntie wanted to come talk to you, sister, big sister, whatever you call me, whatever you see me as. I'm just here to inspire. I'm not here for the trendy stuff. I'm here to make you think. I'm here to make you want to do better, to motivate you to see things differently, and just be better overall as a person. Because at the end of the day, when all this stuff fades and all this trendy stuff is gone and nobody's looking for it, and people really trying to figure out life and how to get through life and how to make life better, because things, luxury, and constantly buying unnecessary things is not what's going to make your life better. You can have everything you want and still feel miserable and still feel empty. Remember that. All right, y'all, stick to your script, because you are the best at it. Don't let anything you can't control you, and you know what I mean. Shh, do the work, because nobody ain't gonna come do it for you. And I will see you guys in my next video later, my revivers.